I had to change iPads. I had to go back to my blurry iPad. I'm sure you all be here. Y'all be here soon. Let me move some things around while you're showing up. Oh, what I go through. What I go through so we can be together. It's a lot. The dark forces of technology are trying to get to me, but they're not going to succeed, damn it. What happened was I have a new iPad that I thought was set up to work. The microphone said it was on for YouTube. The sound on my other one, which is also new, wasn't working. I was kind of in and out and in and out. So we're back to this. That bright light. It's a fishing boat. See that bright light? It's a fishing boat. Anyway. I watched them. I'm like, I hope they had a good trip. Welcome to the Psychic News Network. It's Friday Night Live. I know. What did I go through, right? You like the show with Kathy? Oh, good. Good. Yeah, we ended up pontificating quite a bit, but we kind of need that right now. The moment calls for it. Thank you for being patient with me. This is kind of the candlelight edition. So light your candles. We're going through hell in America, and we are responsible for creating heaven. You glad I was late? Were you running late too? I didn't mean to be late. We're going through hell in America, but that's why it's up to us to create heaven. Okay? All right. Where shall we begin? It's the perfect time. It's the perfect time. I have new mugs. I don't know if my friend got them up on the website yet, but they say Kamala 1, and they're way different. The other ones, I don't know if I have the other one here. Yeah, hang on. This is the difference. Before we really jump into it, these were the old ones. And the problem with the old ones was that the letters come off in the dishwasher. So now I haven't run these through the dishwasher yet, but they're much bigger and they're much heavier. See, compare? They're much bigger and much heavier. I kind of like the heavy mug. They're not cheap. I have to sell them for $35 a piece. I literally haven't gone to the website to see if my friend Jolene put them up yet. So I think, do you like it? I like a nice heavy mug, and I love coffee, so I love for it, you know, to be in, like this fits on. If you have a small coffee maker, almost the whole pot fits in here. I know, I like it. I like the blue, right? So, you can check and see if they're up on my website yet. I just haven't talked to her today. I had a busy day. We're going to start with a fairy. So they'll be $35 each, and that will include the shipping. All right? And I have a whole bunch of them back here on display, so you can kind of be reminded throughout the show. You love it? I told her, I said they're going to fly off the shelves. They really are. I'm excited about that, because we need to all have in our minds Kamala being president of the United States. She is so presidential. She's so qualified. She's so the person that was made for the moment. She is it. She's it. And she won. Can we just all, everybody, wherever you are, just say it right now out loud or to yourself or whatever. You can yell it if you're alone, or I don't know, maybe you have people in your household that agree with you. Kamala Harris won the election. All right? Can we all be together on that? We'll put it into the group hug too. Kamala Harris won the election in November of 2024. Okay? Do we have that established? Somebody's asking how my dad is. He's still here. That's all I can say about that. He's still here. He decided he's gonna not leave just yet, but it won't be very long. Kamala won. Hello? Kamala won. Speaking of my dad is the one that taught me to be kind. I mean, we all need to be taught that, right? I don't think that I would have been a mean person, but it would be harder to be kind with an unkind, unkind parenting. So, those are good things. It's really good to think about what our parents, give us, right? I'm going to pull a fairy card. And I'm going to tell you that I'm not watching the news. I'm also going to tell you that somebody did mention, we did a show this afternoon. Kathy Beal and I did a pop-up. And it's only about 40 minutes maybe. We did it on StreamYard, but we did it from her StreamYard. So it was a conversation, and it wasn't really reading. Actually, she cited a lot of great astrology, some aspects that we really need in order to feel the hope welling up. The sound is fantastic. Thank you. I got to figure out what's up with that new iPad that the microphone wasn't working for YouTube. But anyway, that was a good conversation that we had. And it wasn't 65 minutes. It was under an hour. It was, I don't know what you mean. We kind of talked about what's going on and the need to really be, remember we were talking about stay in your bliss bubble? I mean, look at what people are posting here, because I haven't been watching the news. Okay, now hear me out about this. So the loser orange monster, Roxanne is saying he just prohibited the CDC to communicate to the public. Here's what I want to tell you about that. All these things that this orange behemoth, there aren't enough descriptive words. All these things that he's doing. Okay, when you hear that, do you go to fear? When you hear that he's just going to eliminate the FDA and he's going to deport all your friends and he's going to, if a pandemic comes, we're not going to know about it, and he's going to dismantle the government, doesn't that make you fearful? And doesn't it make you realize also that there are amazing people in this country that will not allow this to happen? Okay, you get angry. Okay, so of course you get angry. It's infuriating. It's meant to bring you to a low now maybe they don't think this, but it's by design. I'm not saying that it's not horrible. It's by design, because now that you're mad and now that you're angry and now that you're freaked out and now that you're full of fear, you're weak. Unless you turn that anger into action. Unless you transmute that anger into action. It's going to make you toxic and weak. And I know I've been really preachy lately, but you know what? Somebody said they appreciated me talking about the spiritual stuff, so I appreciate that. I do have a church, and I have studied this stuff my entire existence. They need you. Yes, anger is a higher frequency than despair and depression. They need you weak. You don't mind if I preach good? Because this is really important. This is critical. Yes, the Democratic Party knows she won. Trump admitted over and over and over again that they rigged the election. That he just told us. If I tell 20 people here that get it, that it sinks into their heads, at least I've done something. If you're fearful, they succeeded in causing you to be in a weakened state. And I talked about this last night because we had the way we do grassroots of democracy now is we're working on the energy level. We had boots on the ground for 2 years in terms of getting the work done to save our democracy. For 2.5 years, all that work was not for naught. I'm not preaching to the choir. That's not what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not preaching to the choir. Gloria, stop it. Thank you. Time to chuckle. Moses Mike is trying to. They're trying to tell you they can do these things, and we're going to tell them they can't. If they know this, what is going on with that, they're blaming Biden, not praising Kamala. I don't know what you mean by that. Moses Mike is trying to tamp down Loudermilk from taking action and subpoenaing Cassidy. She kept copies of sexting that was sent to her. Dad joke, where do eggplants come from? Chicken plants. The Democrats not fighting with MAGA is actually going to turn into a good thing. You can mark my words. The Democrats not fighting with MAGA is going to turn out to be the right thing. I promise you. Let's pick a fairy card. I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good week. I can't even believe it's Friday. I don't know. Time is speeding up, I swear. The Trickster is the fairy card that I just pulled. Can I get a witness that what I'm talking about is on point? Warren, did you not just listen to the show? It's unbelievable what's going on. All right. We're heading into a new moon. It's next Wednesday. But I really feel it now. I really feel this new moon energy coming now. Okay? I really do. It's a new moon in Aquarius. The sun is in Aquarius. Pluto is in Aquarius. I'll have to ask Kathy what else is in Aquarius, but there's a lot of Aquarius, okay? I don't know about the planetary lineup. We didn't talk about that. I don't really know what that is. Yeah, I don't want to pay my federal taxes. I'm thinking about, like Darren's mentioning something. I owe some money in taxes, and I feel like, well, you know, are you going to get that out of Jeff Bezos? Oh, what about, you know, the rest of them? Are you going to get that amount of money out of Zuckerberg? That percentage? I know what you're saying. Why do birds fly? They just wing it. How do birds fly? They just wing it. That's good. All right. Going back to... This is a fairy card for tonight. The Trickster. Deceit, betrayal, guile. All right? Do you think you might be being deceived and tricked? Yep. Yep. Don't even get you started on Zuckerberg. I know, but I really do have that thought in my mind. Being truly in a democracy would mean, I mean, really, no one's going to do this probably, but just somebody who is brave enough would. saying, I'm not going to pay my federal taxes because I don't want to support fascism, right? Why is Zuckerberg and Bezos and the rest of them paying less percentage-wise? Substantially less. That they're not better people. I'm going to read the Trickster to you. The Trickster says, let me be a reminder to be true to yourself, to your own personal truths, to the code within your soul. Truly at this time it is essential for you to let your conscience be your guide and to live according to your own creed with open eyes. Do not fool yourself into believing another person's vision and ideas are more important than your own. Question agendas and be aware of people's history. For at this time there is one about you who is attempting to persuade you to their cause, to join them in what they see as a great task, but which in truth is simply a harnessing of your power to their agenda, which is not for your highest good. I think I could just stop there. I'll just keep going. All tricksters are charming and know exactly what to say to persuade you, but this is mere language. Their deeds will not match their words, and what you are agreeing to by joining with them will be a loss of your own personal dreams for the furthering of theirs. If you allow yourself to be coerced, cajoled, and manipulated at this time, it will weigh heavily on your very soul. Be more wary than is natural for you at this time. Do not betray yourself or ignore the warning signs which are all about you. Do not foolishly give away your power, but exercise it and weave a future that is truly the one you wish to create, one which will provide you with honor, plenty, and the satisfaction of having been true to yourself. I feel like that's just what I just said. They need you to be afraid. As soon as you feel the punch to the gut of fear, turn it the hell off. I'm not joking. Hey, Damon. If you're interested in these cards, it's the Fairy Forest. They're uncannily accurate. It's like there's fairies in the box knowing exactly the answer that we're looking for. Thank you, Zircon. Pray for the people that are terrified that they're going to be deported. It is... Thank you. Secondhand store sweater. Pray for the people that are terrified. On our watch, what do we do about the anger and frustration? You visualize what you want to see happen. And you listen to all the psychics and the astrologers that you know and trust that are telling you exactly what they're feeling really strongly. Is that this BS is not going to last. Let's pull some cards. Pray for the people that are terrified. Remember, and also the anger and the frustration. Michelle is asking what to do about it. Go out and walk in nature. I don't care how cold it was. It's been frigid here. It's been a very frigid January. I know, apparently we need this message, right? Get out there anyway. Just honestly, I mean, hopefully you live in a place where there's a lot of beautiful nature. I'm kind of spoiled that way. I appreciate, I don't take it for granted. Bundle up if it's really cold. Just get outside. Get outside. Pretend you're like going into the Arctic tundra and just get the gear. Because it really makes a difference. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I want you to know I'm just going to tell you, I feel as though Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are still working. I do. I felt that all along. And I've had that confirmed too. Grandma recommended fresh air. Did you grow up with your mother or your grandma saying go outside? Go outside. Go outside and play. Go outside. All I'm saying is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are still working. They never stopped working. Do you really think that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris think? Let's just have a reality check. Do you think that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are back there going, oh, too bad Trump legitimately won the election? Come on, can we have a reality check? Who thinks that? Because if you think that, I will set you straight. If you think... we all need to talk. We all need to talk. If anybody here thinks that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going around going, oh, well, too bad. Oh, what a shame. What a big loss. So I guess we'll just go on our merry way and go, maybe take a vacation. If you think that you are, I will talk you off that crazy ledge. There's no way. And so I'm going to, tonight, for the duration of the video, it'll go a little longer because I had those tech issues. I feel like that's my middle name. Tech issues. Annette Tech Issues, Dion. There's no way. There are so many things that you can point to if you pull yourself away from the headlines, that you can say, of course they're on top of it. Of course. Barack got put on the court. What? Huh? What? What are you saying, Damon? Barack got put on the couch. Oh, I thought you said the court when he got back from the funeral. By Michelle. I keep feeling setup. I keep feeling a setup. I keep feeling like there are that Biden very much took precautionary measures. NATO is on it. Yep, I feel that too. And I just want to encourage you before I start pulling some cards. Rather than look at the news, maybe for an entire day. The inauguration was fake. It looked fake. The whole thing. It was reality TV, right? Maybe take an entire day off from the news and start to think logically. Start to think logically. If your family was in peril, if your family was in danger, and you could help them not be in danger, would you not do everything that you possibly could to save them? I mean, honestly. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards. Oh, this one just flipped up. Okay, we'll go with that one. About what MAGA is trying to do right now. And the way that I look at it is they're just throwing everything. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. Maybe Trump is throwing ketchup at the wall. The Project 2025 is like, let's just do all the most heinous things possible. It's a last-ditch effort for the evil to take over. And I want to say, too, if anybody here is from another country and is praying for America, I want to just take this moment to give you, from the depths of my being, from the bottom of my heart, my gratitude. The rest of the world, our allies and our friends overseas and in Canada and everywhere else are praying for us. And that's a big deal. Did I miss a dad joke? I probably did. So what they're doing right now is what I'm asking about. And there's a lot of work being done to stop them because the justice card is coming up. The justice card is coming up. The sting is still on. There's a sting. And I know that a lot of people thought that the inauguration, quotes, right? I know a lot of people thought that they were going to intervene before they had an inauguration, that the law, would come down on Trump. And I know a lot of people thought that he would get arrested, and I felt that in the air, that it might even occur. And just like I told you on election night, the MAGA terrorists, we're just going to call them terrorists, okay? They're the MAGA terrorists. They were planning a bloodbath on election night. We averted that because Trump, quote unquote, won, right? And he really didn't. But that we averted that. We averted violence many times over. And on Inauguration Day, the fake one, prior to that, what I have heard is that there were threats of if they didn't get Trump inaugurated, that they were planting bombs all over the country. So we avoided that. Okay? And I want you to, when you take that break from the news, these are just suggestions, because I know people are panicking and freaking out, and I have to offer suggestions. Sit yourself down and think about all the miracles that have happened along the way, that we still have our democracy, and we still have lots and lots of opportunities to shut this shit down, excuse my French. To shut it down. This is not who we are. I have my American flag back. I got that from one of the residents of the nursing home. He had some extra flags. This is not who we are. We don't commit crimes against humanity in the United States of America. We do not. That is not what we're about. We do not have fascism, a fascist regime come in and just go totally rogue and take over. We do not have that. This is the United States of America. We're a wealthy country. Are we a little effed up? Yeah, but we're a wealthy country. We have the creme de la creme of experts, of intelligent people from all over the world that live in this country, that work in this country. We're just about 40% immigrants, right? We are the United States of America. This crap is not going to take hold. We don't have the low enough frequency of energy for this to take hold. And when I'm asking about what their MAGA's doing, the MAGA terrorists, I see justice. I see justice. I see lots and lots of things being put in motion. And what's been on my mind lately is the Fraternal Order of Police that are furious at Trump for unleashing the domestic terrorists. You know, he did the same thing in Afghanistan, right? You know that Trump freed 5,000 members of the Taliban from Afghanistan. And then what did he do? He went on his whole rally. Oh, Joe, oh, whoa, what he did in Afghanistan. What a loser. I know, they backed his campaign. That's how gaslit they were. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I'm just Where's the moon today? Oh, it's in Sagittarius. Can you tell? Can't believe I didn't check that. Are you with me? They voted for racism. Yeah. Yeah, they did. You're right. They did. So when I'm just looking at how this is all going to shake out with these MAGA murderers. Not all of them, but you know what I'm saying. Because if you ask me, Donald Trump has the sociopathic makeup of a murderer. He let all those people die from COVID. He didn't care. And he's trying to shut down the FDA and the CDC. Tell me his mind isn't a murderer's mind. So here's the justice. This is lots and lots and lots of work being done to shut this crap down. Six of Pentacles. We're gonna hear about some real not so fast. Justice stepping in. Justice stepping in. I mean, you know, long time ago, Trump said I could shoot someone on 5th Avenue and I'd get away with it. Do you ever talk about shooting somebody? Do you ever just like throw that into a conversation? I could shoot someone just randomly. Can you say murder? I'm going to actually read on, you know, Damon just mentioned up there, he made mention of people getting deported. I see a whole lot of people that they try to deport that don't get deported. Yeah, he's a murderer. Just you wait. Yeah, food safety is a huge risk. Huge risk. And I just know that there are people in this country, like imagine this. I was saying this to Kathy last night. We were talking. Do you think that if, you know, we're in this craziness right now. Like it's something new, right? We're in this craziness right now. If it were you that worked for the CDC and you knew because you just work in that area, that's your area of expertise. If you knew, if you worked for the CDC and loser came in and shut down the CDC, wouldn't you continue working in whatever capacity that you could? The kind of thing that I want to get everyone to think about is to think outside of the box. In extenuating circumstances, the people that are, you know, the ones that are capable of helping, they're not going to be like, oh, but I have to listen to Trump. And I'm going to keep throwing it back to you. Would you, if you had the capacity to help humans who needed the help, would you just go, oh, sorry, I clocked out? Let's pull the Nepharious cards. I don't have a pendulum on my table tonight. That's okay. Let's pull the Nepharious cards. When we have 200 thumbs up, thank you for being here. Sorry I was late. Working out that tech stuff. We will do a group hug. I'm going to pull 3 cards. And I also want to say, too, there ain't nothing that Americans will not do to stop this. There's nothing we will not do to stop this. And that's what I really know. That's what I really know. Let's just reflect upon 9/11. When we had a tragedy, people united. When we had that tragedy, a lot of people signed up for the military. I know George W. did the wrong thing, clearly. Invading countries that didn't attack us. It was awful. But let's just speak to the sense of we need to activate and do something. That's what's happening. So I'm going to choose 3 cards. Whoops, I'm getting my cards mixed up. Too many decks here. About the orange monster and where he's at. And I always get about him, his brain's not really working. I don't feel like Trump is sleeping. I don't feel like his brain is working. I feel real wired kind of energy from him. I feel a lot of people praising him. I feel a lot of people surrounding him and controlling him. What sounds exactly like corn, but it's not corn? Acorn. Okay. Hey, Von Blue. How you doing? This is really interesting because I just feel like people around Trump are just coddling him and trying to make him feel like he's something really special. But I also get this sense of this from the cards about Trump right now. They keep telling him not to worry. They keep telling him not to worry. Well, isn't that interesting? Why would he be worried? Why would he be worried? Let's do this. I'm telling you, take an entire day off from the headlines and see how different you feel. Everyone who's got all their worries up and the stress level up, and everybody who's doing that is missing out on the 5D energy out there. I'm serious. I talked about this with Kathy. Oh, because he keeps blabbering in his mouth. That makes sense. His brain ain't working. You're absolutely right. Especially if you're sensitive. If you consider yourself sensitive, do I think he's being haunted in the White House? I actually do. If you consider yourself kind of a sensitive person or intuitive, or I think anybody can feel it if they just really get quiet and they tune in. When you pull yourself out of your devices and the mainstream media and all that stuff, all of it, and for an entire day, 24 hours, go out into nature, you're going to feel a high frequency energy that this planet is different now. It's different. And I feel like it started, I know this might sound nuts, but in February of 2023, there was a comet. I've talked about it before. Oh, okay. Somebody's saying that sorry, I can't see very well, but who you are, but somebody's reporting that they stopped all the news and they feel completely different. There's a high vibrational frequency out there that is unlike any other that we've ever had in our lifetimes. And I know in February of 2023, it was a very freakily cold time. I was up in New Hampshire. I did videos from there. In the mountains. There was a green comet. And since that time, the energy on the planet has been different. It's a higher frequency. So do yourself the favor. Maybe the whole weekend. And astrologically, this weekend, there's a lot coming down this weekend. Get ready. Can the aliens coming down and take you? Be careful what you wish for, Damon. Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life down here. No, there is. It's just that we can't really... It's not really highlighted. Remember this card by Innocent Potato, who sent me this. There are good people in this world. Don't forget. You gotta tap into the energy, everyone. And the funny thing is that nobody really knows this, but when you slow yourself down, you can get the high frequencies. You want to get those high frequencies. I wouldn't take one of the are you talking about aliens? The tall Nordics? Let's get weird. Remember Tim Waltz was calling MAGA weird? Hey, man, truer words hardly ever spoken. I'm calling them terrorists now. Let's pull 3 cards about... I want to pull 3 cards about what's going to happen over the weekend. So I'm not going to use the Nepharious cards. I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot. Are we having fun yet? I didn't know they called aliens tall Nordics. To God be the glory. I love it. Bring it on. Whatever floats your boat spiritually, do that. Yeah, that's how Tim Waltz got famous. Over the weekend. Feels good when you forget about it, right? When you just because you're being in a happy place helps the collective. So if you want to help the collective to heal, get in your happy place. Get in your bliss bubble. Remember we were talking about bliss bubbles? What's going to happen over the weekend? Oh, Darren got a drum? Nice. That's a great idea to get a drum. I had a nice djembe, but somebody stole it from me. Your panda drum. That's so nice. I love that for you, for anyone, especially for you. Don't worry, be happy. Over the weekend, we're going to see people, challenging the MAGA terrorists. And the Seven of Cups is you're going to see, but I hope I've sensitized you to it more and more. You're going to see people believing that they're powerless. I mean the general public. And if you watch like news, local news, mainstream media, and even on the internet, on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of people. Now here, let me say this. The Schumann frequency of the earth is high. I believe that. I'm going to write to the Lincoln Project. And I'm going to write to anybody who says anything about the next 4 years being, it's going to be so hard. Anybody who says that is programming people to believe that they have no authority, they have no dominion over their circumstances, that all is lost. When you hear people saying, these next 4 years, there's no way. That is the most irresponsible thing to be saying. Are we really that subservient? Over the weekend, you're going to hear people, oh, what are we going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to fight. When we fight, we win. Remember? Have you heard that before? And the King of Wands, we're going to see some powerful male in the positive coming forward. We're going to see some kind of a strong statement that puts a lot into focus over the weekend. It feels like over the weekend. Do I really not have the pendulum up here? Gotta get organized. I definitely need to get organized. I don't have one pendulum on my table. Intend it. Just intend it. Just, if you're going to use your mind to worry, it's much better use of your mental brain power to just imagine something wonderful. Isn't it? You have yours handy? Okay, you have your pendulum handy? About the male that's coming forward with a very strong message. My question about that, Rose, if you want to ask your pendulum, is it Canada? Because I think... Marilyn, are you just asking me right now if the nightmare is going to be over? Can you maybe rephrase that question? I think it's Justin Trudeau. So maybe ask if it's Justin Trudeau. Because I see a male in a leadership position coming forward over the weekend with a very strong and focused message. That's what I see. Got a strong yes. I think it's Justin Trudeau. Yeah. I think that's what I'm seeing in the cards there. Okay, so let's see. Back to the Nepharious cards. Read Thomas's two-part dad joke because it's going to be too cumbersome for me to do that and read. But he has the funniest jokes. I'm going to look at what happens to the orange monster. I know, it's hard to believe that we're still talking about him. It's really hard, but I just want you to know. You got a strong yes about Justin Trudeau? Okay. I just want you to know that we're in a time in our history that our democracy is challenged beyond belief. And what it's going to bring forth in we the people is all that power that's been lying dormant for so many years. All the power that we are and that we have that's been lying dormant for so many years. It's going to bring us together. I'm going to start putting my song, We've Got to Come Together, I'm going to start posting it everywhere and sharing it everywhere. Nothing else would do it. Thomas, awesomeness, loved your joke. Sorry I missed it. Maybe I'll catch it later on. I do my best. My optimism, my feeling like we're gonna be okay. I just want to be very clear. I'm not just faking it to make you feel better. Music is very healing, that's for sure. That's what I do when I need to change the vibrational frequency. In fact, this morning I wrote a brand new song. Can't wait to bring it to you. I don't even remember what I called it. My Sagittarius is showing, yes. But it's not fake. I'm not just acting optimistic to make you feel better. I just want to be clear about that. I swear. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah, Trump's an idiot talking about Canada as if we own it. He's just trying to pretend he's Putin. This is the reason we were born at this time. I'm going to pull 3 cards about what effect this report is going to have on the orange monster. I'm excited about my life. Are you? Fawn Blue has Sag Rising, so she knows I am sincere and truthful. Yeah, we can't lie to save our lives. Okay, so what... I'm asking about what effect this will have on Trump when this report comes out from Canada. And I see Justin Trudeau speaking, and I see that there's evidence that they cheated big time. They even admit it. And the Empress is the United States. It puts us in a much more powerful position in the position that we're in right now. The 10 of Wands, there's a lot in there. And the 5 of Pentacles, this is going to be a challenging thing for the orange monster. It's going to be really challenging. And I feel that I have this sense of energetically, you might think that Trump is tough. I don't know if you think that. You might think that Gloria, this is exactly what I'm saying. You're saying Trump won't care. That's exactly what I'm referencing. You might think that he's tough and that he can take it. When I read on him, I feel like he feels energetically like he's being pummeled in the boxing ring. He's a hypersensitive narcissist. That would fit. I disagree. I disagree. You're saying he won't care, and that's exactly what I'm addressing right now. Before you even started putting that, like, he won't care, it's exactly what I'm talking about. He's fear-filled. That's what I'm picking up. I am not picking up the energy of, well, yeah, who cares about them? I am not picking that. I'm not picking up what Vladimir Putin is able to do in terms of, I'll just keep killing people. I don't pick that up. I think this is hitting him again and again and again and again, despite the illusion, the Seven of Cups came up, the illusion card, the delusion card. He's scared. I am telling you, he is scared. It's very clear to me. May I remind you that when we have 200 thumbs up in the chat, we're going to do a group hug. But if we don't get to 200 thumbs up, we're going to have to skip it. He's a coward. He's a coward. That's why he won't come outside. Is that the case? He doesn't go outside? You have a Trump doll? Full disclosure. Somebody gifted me with one. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, when we have 200 thumbs up, we're going to do a group hug, and boy, do we need it. So you gotta hit the thumbs up. We're going to pull 3 cards on Elon. Okay. Yes, my guides told me I wasn't to show you the orange monster replica. I was watching I saw a little clip of Pirates of the Caribbean, and one of the mean pirates, I forget the characters, but Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow. He had a voodoo doll, and Captain Jack Sparrow, was there, and I don't know. You know the characters in Pirates of the Caribbean, and he had a doll that was like a replica of Captain Jack Sparrow, and he started like doing this, and Jack was feeling it. Ooh. Oh, okay. It's funny because I was talking about the orange monster, but I'm pulling cards on Elon, and I just automatically, without thinking about it, was thinking that I was reading right now on the orange monster, but Elon. But they're 2 peas in a pod right now, and I have the Hermit, Justice, and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the law, is the Constitution, is the rules, and the Hermit is they are going to be out in the cold. And justice is coming. That's the second time tonight that I got the justice card in reference to MAGA and now in reference to the orange monster and Elon. You think they don't have it coming to them? Really? Does anybody here think they don't have it coming to them? Anybody think that they don't have it coming to them? Alaska is the top U.S. state to live in. It's just the hard geographical truth. But money-wise, they have Fairbanks, too. I like it. Let's have a bell. I know, you want instant gratification. It doesn't work like that. Because, I mean, let me explain this. Like, we just need to be reminded of things. What this is about is busting an international crime ring. And Putin's big time pissed at him. I should read on that. This is humongous. This is like maybe the biggest thing that's ever happened on the world politics stage ever in human history. And I'm including World War II in that. This is the biggest thing in terms of how much it's going to shift humanity. So when it comes to that, do we really want to be like cynical and sarcastic and pessimistic? Or do we really want to be like, wow, when they get them, we get to live? I'd rather that they take the whole thing down, the whole kit and caboodle, all of it. Yeah, read People of the Lie. That's a great book. See them melting away. Absolutely. 2 more thumbs up and we do a group hug. I'll stay a little longer tonight because we got lots to go over. Yep. If they're going to get the entirety of the international crime ring, we're talking Netanyahu, we're talking the Crown Prince, we're talking Putin, we're talking even North Korea. I mean, all of it. And every single time I've read on what Jack Smith was up to, I know we haven't heard his name in a while, but he likes it that way. Prince Andrew, right. It's really big and it has many layers. And this takedown of the evil is all part of, it's a big ring. And the orange monster is, the guy's just saying, and the orange monster is they call him the orange monster, is the dumbest one of the bunch. Oh, we passed. We surprised. Thank you. Now we can do a group hug. I want our group hug to be, and you can throw anything in there that you want. I want our group hug to be that millions upon millions upon millions of American people realize they're being played. Remember we pulled the Trickster fairy card? And they turn around and they activate, okay? Millions and millions and millions of American people wake up and realize they're being played by the media. Got it? And they decide they're going to do something. And let's send a lot of energy to the people that are terrified of being deported, especially the children. How evil can you be to pull little children away from their homes and their neighborhoods, and God forbid their families? And for the people in LA, and for all those who are struggling with despair and depression. I know it's a lot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Group hug. By the millions people in America go, you're not messing with my mind anymore. And we activate. Let's hug the people in LA, all the migrants who are terrified, all the children who are terrified. And let's hug everybody who's feeling despair and depressed and bring them up. Up, up, up. All right, and so it is. I'm getting hungry. What do I have for dinner? I haven't been able to eat much. I've got a tooth pulled. Getting hungry. Okay. We just do what we gotta do, right? Don't watch the losers. They'll just get you upset. Thank you for the donation. Good hug, right? Okay, Nepharious cards. One more read with the Nepharious cards. So you get to ask about any evil person that you want. I'm just going to tell you, if it feels like I should read on them, I will. Oh, you're making meatballs and garlic bread. That even sounds good to me, and I don't eat meat. Justice Roberts, what do you want to know? I mean, he's pretty easy to just, yeah, he's a jerk. Peter Thiel. Okay, well, let's go to Peter Thiel. That feels like what there's some information here. Yeah, I'm not really feeling Roberts. I'm not really a vegetarian. I just mostly. I don't really eat meat. Pescatarian. See, the fishing boat's right behind me. I do. I watch them. I'm like, I hope they had a good trip. Peter Thiel. The devil. Peter Thiel's working with Vladimir Putin. Peter Thiel is going to be singled out and isolated. There it is. It was right there. Codfish with potatoes. Oh, that sounds good too. All of a sudden, I'm really hungry. I don't know why. Probably because, haven't eaten much. This is Peter Thiel. Did you guys catch that? Syria was a drug cartel. Remember when Assad was taken down? See, let's remember the good things that have happened. I know that people are really suffering in that part of the world, but they never thought they'd be able to take down Assad. Yeah. This is Peter Thiel. The devil and Putin together. And now this is actually, I'm taking note, and I hope you are too, that 3 times I've pulled the Hermit card on the Orange Monster and Elon and now Peter Thiel, who is clearly working with the evil Putin. Yeah, these are the knife cards, that's right. Singled out and isolated. Boy, I'm feeling NATO. I'm feeling NATO. Let's do a dad joke. Teacher, what do you mean you ate your homeworks? Why would you do this? Student, because you said it would be a piece of cake. I like nice, clean jokes. Yes. Come here for the dad jokes and for the hugs and for the love. And to hear me yelling at you, to snap out of it. What's the Hermit card mean? It means isolated. It depends on the context. Sometimes, it depends on the who and what I'm reading about. But the Hermit card could also point to in a different kind of a reading, the need to kind of meditate. I'm going to pull 3 cards on Joe Biden. Yep. On Joe Biden. How many times have I gotten the Justice card tonight? I'm pulling 3 cards on Joe Biden. Yeah, Amanda, but I was reading on these evil people, so that's being isolated. It's being singled out, like, oh, we got you. Joe Biden, he is not. Joe Biden's watching what the Orange Monster is doing. It's horrifying, but he knew that it would get rolling, and he knew the American people would rise up. Does this not look like Joe Biden, like it represents Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Can I get a witness? They know what pain is being inflicted on this country. And they're on it. And I don't care what anybody says. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have not stopped working. And I've really picked up very strongly, and it's been going on for a while, that Biden didn't, well, I get that Biden didn't leave office, but I'll tell you that much. I really do feel that Biden did something that safeguards us so that, this is just one thing, that the Orange Monster can't pull us out of NATO. That would be the end of us. among, other things that could end us. But I can't imagine Joe Biden, with all his years of experience and all the relationships that he's really worked on building with our allies, world leaders, for decades. This is why I'm getting that he's not, that the Orange Monster isn't getting the intelligence reports either. This is why I'm saying, if you pull yourself out of the media craziness and you just shut it down and don't watch it, your linear logical brain is going to step in and you're going to start to think, now wait a minute. Besides the fact Biden has a family and they're in America. Is he the kind of person that wouldn't do everything in his power, and he has a lot of power and he still does? Because even though maybe he's not holding the title of the president, but I think he is, Joe Biden, I do. Even as a private citizen, he would do what he could to save the country. So ye of little faith, just say that to yourself when you get in a tizzy. Really think about it. Really, really ask your guides. Let me really think about this like a rational human being. They didn't just leave. Exit stage left, let's go to the Bahamas. They did not do that. They're still actively involved. So I hope that I talked anybody off a ledge that's on a ledge. And I really want us to amp up the help that we give one another. I really want us to, when we're all mired in our stuff, because we are, the drama and the trauma, to take that energy and to go help somebody that needs help, even if it's just somebody who needs a visit. I promise you, it's going to put our focus and our energy and our attention on where it's best useful and used, and it will lift the frequency of everybody. Biden has cards up his sleeve. Biden is a Scorpio. Scorpios always have something up their sleeve. It's just, I have a lot of Scorpio. I have things on my sleeve all the time, but I reveal them because I'm a Sag. All right, it's 67 minutes, so I think it's a wrap. Thank you for your donations. Oh, I did good tonight. Before I go, our members and all the members are invited to our psychic parties now. So you can, at any level, if you're a member, our psychic party that happens the last Saturday of every month at 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do it on the 1st instead of this weekend. The reason for that is because just like the winter solstice fell on our psychic party night, Imbolc, the Candlemas, Feast of St. Bridget and all that, that's next Saturday. So we're going to do it then. When you're a member, it really helps me. It really helps me financially. When you get a reading, it helps me financially and it helps you. PsychicAnnetteDion.com to become a member. That's here under the video. And my Substack, I wrote a new one yesterday. I told you about it. That is Annette Substack, and I'll be writing another one tomorrow. I've got another one brewing. So much going on. I need to write about it. So subscribe to my Substack. Church of Spirituality is every Sunday at 1. If you need spiritual tools, it's right there. One of the lines in a spiritual mind treatment prayer that I wrote, which is an affirmative prayer, says this in it. Domestic terrorist extremist groups drop their arms and weapons, deciding that planning of attacks on America is useless and simply not worth it. We are doing the work. So join us. And last night's and all the Thursdays prior for about a month, Thursday night, that video under the lives, there's a 15-minute guided meditation that can help you to visualize the light that we need in America as being very present. Okay? It's a lot. I'm doing a lot. I do need to feel like people have you know, are also pitching in energetically and financially if you can. Every little bit helps. All right. Thank you, Amanda. And I love you all so much, or I wouldn't do this. It's the love that keeps it going. We're in this together. I'm going to start posting my song, We Got to Come Together, and sharing it everywhere. So that'll be on my community page too. Namaste. Go be good to yourself, okay? And keep the candles lit. Don't leave them unattended. Namaste. Bye.